nigga's finna piss me off, bro. This nigga's pissing me off, bro. Cause it's so hypocritical. Yo, what's good, brothers? If you don't know me, my name is Michelangelo Parker. I am a fashion runway and print model. I know the setup looks different today. I'm out of town. I'm right by the airport, so if you hear some noise, it's planes. But anyways, guys, today we're checking out this video from this guy named Ohmeezzy. I checked out a little bit of what he was talking about. I didn't finish the video. I wanted to finish it with you guys, and I wanted to respond and react to some of the things that he's saying.
In today's day and age, with so much fluidity going on and so many interpretations of it, it is hard for a lot of people to pin down exactly what it means to be a man. A lot of people have insecurities that are being preyed on by different grifters on the internet on a day-to-day basis. A lot of depictions, a lot of criticizing, a lot of chastising. It's just tough to really decide. Because of that, this has created a plethora of avenues in order for people to take advantage of you or anybody that's unsuspecting and that's questioning themselves in 2024. They claim to have the solution to make you achieve what you need that you are missing in your life in order to take that next step from becoming boys to men. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you men's improvement camps.
No junk food, no women, no parties, and no alcohol. This place banned everything that is not making men grow. It's an exclusive venue hidden in the mountains of Bali that is perfect for the guys who want a place to focus 100% on their goals without distractions. Hundreds of successful businessmen, top-tier athletes, and self-development enthusiasts have already joined the community and completely changed their lives. But not anyone can join. To enter, you need to submit an application to prove that you are dedicated enough to be a part of the community. Would you come here?
Now, I don't know if you could tell based off of the AI voice, this is totally meant to be satire. Thinking that there's a camp that supposedly can make you into some sort of man or more masculine than the next man, hold you accountable, feed you all the good foods, and put you in front of businessmen that can grow you. It's make-believe. Like, nobody would ever believe that something like this really exists, right? It's day camp for men. What they claim on their website is your family deserves the best version of you as a leader, husband, and father. And apparently you can get that at their camp for the low price of $12,000. Many men are secretly fighting a battle within them that no one knows about. I know this personally because I was one of those men. Oh my God.
Okay, so before we continue, I want to talk about these camps that he's referring to. A lot of times these camps are unnecessary, but would I say that they're scams? No, because I do believe that if you are the type of person to go to one of these camps, to pay that type of money for these type of camps, then that would mean that you are the type of person who needs to be at one of these camps. Like with everything in life, there's levels to this shit. Just because one person has the confidence or the skill set or the self-esteem to not need something like this doesn't mean that everybody does. And not everybody has a support system that would be able to replace the things that this camp is giving to them. And just like with everything else on the market, there are alternatives. So if this one is a lot of money, which it is, there are other options that he could go to.
This is tough.
If you paying $18,000 for a 3-day alpha male boot camp, brother, it might be over. Let's actually think about this shit. You're paying $18,000 for 3 days. It takes you 10 weeks to build a habit. What the hell is 3 days gonna do? There is a reason why every branch in the military, except the Air Force, has at least a 10-week basic so they can ingrain the habits in you. I just don't know why people can't be themselves. You're spending $18,000 to try to be this alpha male. I just feel like if you go into an alpha male boot camp, you're trying to be something that you're not. And if you be yourself, you'll probably be way happier.
I'm going to be serious for a little second here. I think men do have a lot of problems in today's society. They're seeking some sort of purpose. And if you look at all the statistics behind male loneliness, males needing some sort of relationships, them getting into intimate relationships later, home ownership later, not finding anything that fulfills them, I think that these are real situations and issues that men face on a day-to-day basis. And I think if you look at the way that society looks at men and men's mental health, there's some cause to pause here. I don't necessarily disagree with what he was saying, that men are fighting a battle inside themselves. And truth be told, it's finding out who you are really in society instead of being someone else. But that may be another conversation for another day. I believe that all these things are true. The problem is, I don't think that you can pay $12,000.
Here is how you can generate all these ad creatives under 1 minute. So,
$1 camps in society instead of being someone else, but that may be another conversation for another day. I believe that all these things are true. The problem is, I don't think that you can pay $12,000 camps and feel like you're going to come out as some sort of man.
And after you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at these studies done on this, it does not
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not
bro.
hugely improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck you are?
Why
Well,
don't
look
you
at,
even
are
let
you
me
proud?
commit?
If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off.
I've been-
Tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of
I've
yourself.
been to fucking prison?
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No, they go to prison where they get fucking
Fuck yeah,
where they
they
get
do.
raped up the ass.
You've never been to prison. Look,
That's
you
what
talk about shit you
happens.
don't know.
They go to prison where they get raped.
Now you get your ass beat in front
You
of
think that
everybody.
that's better? You think that that's better?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what that clip was or what it has to do with anything, because we were talking about camps. That was some live stage thing. Obviously, of course, that guy was going a little overboard, but what he said was true. The dude was overweight. Most dudes probably don't want to look like that. I'm sure that if that guy looked in the mirror, he would also, if he could, change a lot of things about himself. It's the truth. It's just the truth.
Guys from these spaces is that they try to prey on the lowest common denominator people that have funds, not necessarily endless, but definitely are trying to find some way to take some upward mobility in life. These guys have real insecurities, have real depression, and fight real battles inside themselves. And these guys know I can tap into those pockets and get what I want out of you. And not to make this.
That is business. If you break down any business like that, you could say the exact same things. Like, you can always find a way to tear down any business if you break it down. That's like saying that Walmart shouldn't be a thing because they're profiting off of hungry people. Dollar Tree shouldn't be a thing because they're profiting off of people who don't have money. Like, if you break things down like that, yeah, it's gonna sound bad regardless. He has a product that nobody has to buy, and these people are buying it. I don't understand the issue. That's not preying on somebody's insecurities. That is offering a solution to somebody's problem. And if somebody feels like your solution is what is for them, then I don't see the issue with that.
Another thing, but I think that these men have way more insecurities than a lot of women these days. One of the main problems is that they're consuming disgusting content. When you lack guidance, you start to look for different places and spaces that might validate some of your already warped beliefs. And that leads you to these content creators who are trying to sell you a product. They disguise it as good content and peddle you bullshit on top of it just to say that you gain something out of it by buying their course or whatever the case may be. Or you got content creators who are just playing on insecurities, and that can be even nastier.
How many inches does my junk need to be considered a man?
Minimum 7 inches, bro.
What do I do if I have a small
Listen, bro, first you need to accept that you have a small Anything under 7 inches, your is small. You need to start training it. You need to start taking the proper supplements. You need to start exercising it. You need to be training your junk, bro, so you can make it bigger.
I've never in my life heard another man tell another man to train their dick in order to become a better man. Maybe I can give him some leeway. Maybe he's talking about the insecurities that men do have when it comes to penile size based off.
Nah, look, bro. Here's the thing. A lot of people don't talk about it, but there are ways to improve it. And he's saying there's ways to improve it. If you take the proper supplements, you have the proper diet, and you use the proper exercising techniques, there are ways you can improve. This is something that has been going on forever. Like, forever. What's wrong with him saying that there's ways to improve? Now, is he saying it in a exaggerated way? Yeah, he is. I'll give you that. But to act like what he's saying is false or wrong, it's not. And, you know, as somebody who has a reputation for being oversized, it to me, I hear that and I'm like, I mean, yeah, if you put the work in, you can be more proud of yourself. And, you know, he's spitting, bro.
Of social media, and even though there are women on a daily basis that come out and say that they don't prefer people over a certain size.
What's been the smallest?
Like 2 or 3 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and I actually really enjoyed it. Like, some girls.
You can just look at this environment and tell that these two women are porn stars. And I'm going to tell you why that matters once I hear them confirm that. If they say their names, we're going to look them up.
Appreciate it. And, you know, it's about how you work it, not the size of it. It's coming from a porn star.
I can get.
The problem, right, with porn stars being the ones who are saying this is that they make their money off of men like you. The whole business model is, oh, let's make him feel good about himself because he'll spend time with us and give us money. It's kind of like if you sell unhealthy food, it's not in your best interest to promote healthy eating. If you sell healthy food, it is not in your best interest to promote unhealthy eating. It's the same thing. If she's a porn star, it is not in her best interest to tell men, oh, you're not enough. It doesn't benefit them because their whole job is to make men feel good. That's their whole job, is to make men feel like, oh, I wish that girls would be more like this. She's just fulfilling that job. You cannot take her word for that. If you're going to make this case, you're going to have to use like at least like the average woman, not somebody whose job it is to say whatever it takes to make a man feel good. That's her whole thing. That's her whole job, is to say whatever it takes, do whatever it takes to make a man feel good. That's what she does. I'm not taking her word. That's PR. She's just doing PR, dude.
Do you think a man needs to make to be happy?
To be significantly happy, 8 figures plus. I'm not there quite yet, but once you start making at least 7 figures, you will see like your life starts to change. You have the freedom to go wherever you want, pay your parents' bills, them have an enjoyable life, and still do whatever you want to do. But I think you're going to experience true financial freedom once you start to make at least $10 million a year or not.
Oh. The problem with these sorts of content creators is that they found a way to fill a need in society. If you can look at all those statistics behind the plight of the man today and create some sort of idea or some sort of solution to them, you can feed it to them via content. And so then you go out and you jack yourself up, you get your fake veneer, you put on your H&M turtleneck and you stand in front of the Eiffel Tower with the last bit of money that you had, and you edit things so your chain looks more glistening, and you have the nerve to tell everyday people that the only way that you'll achieve some sort of happiness is once you receive 8 figures, and then they have the nerve to say, yo, I'm not even there yet. So if you're not there yet, I guess that you're not truly happy, which is a stupid ideology to really be putting out there. At least like sell the fact that you're happy.
So now you telling him to lie. He's telling you right there that like, yeah, he's not all the way happy with himself either. He's still on the journey to what he's saying is happiness. What I think is actually going on here is he is giving his opinion of what is, keyword, going to make him significantly happy. What would make somebody significantly happy? Not just happy. What it takes to make somebody significantly happy is 8 figures. Now, me personally, I'm nowhere near 8 figures at all. The point that I'm making here is that he's saying what he thinks from where he is right now is what is going to make him happy. There's this thing called the hedonic treadmill. Basically, it means wherever you are right now, you'll always want more. If you're broke, you're always going to want money. And then once you get some money, you're going to want more money. And then once you get that much, you're going to want the next amount. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be increasing. You'll always want more and more and more and more, right? You'll always be looking at the thing in front of you and wanting that. And a lot of times you will feel unhappy with where you are, even though that's the place that you wanted to be a year ago. So I believe what's happening is maybe when he only had $0 to his name, it would have been crazy to be making 6 figures, right? And then once he got there, what would make him happy is 7 figures. And then once he got there, what would make me happy is 8 figures. To tell him that he shouldn't be honest with the fact that he's not making that yet, and that he should sell the idea of him being happy is crazy. Like, why wouldn't he just be honest? If he's being honest about that, then that should let you know that he's being honest about the other things as well.
But it's all in a way to sell a product. What's crazy is these guys are themselves creating a problem that only their product, quote unquote, can solve.
Never said that. He never said the only way to, no, none of these people are saying that the only way to become successful is by using their product. And they're not creating a problem. This problem is already there. This is an issue that is, you just pulled up statistics that said that this is an issue. And then now you're turning around and saying that they're creating a problem in order to sell a product. No, that is what a product does. it solves problems that already exist.
Looking into their content already have underlying insecurities. Now their insecurities are pushed to the highest degree. Sure,
Good. Then maybe they'll change.
you may have felt like your body didn't look the best. Now this person is telling you that your body needs to look even better. Sure,
It does. What is wrong with somebody telling someone to improve? Improve.
you may have felt like you were making good money, but now you need to make way more money.
Yeah. How would you say, oh, I'm just going to be lazy now? That's dumb. That's ridiculous. Dude, this is a horrible mindset.
This amount of money that he told people that they need to make in order to experience happiness. I don't even.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He didn't say that's how much money you need to experience happiness. He said that is how much money he believes would make him significantly happy.
Know why anybody would listen to a person like this. All
I don't know why anybody would listen to a person like this.
content creators that start their content with "you need" and "if you're not" are terrible people. These
How are you going to call somebody terrible people, bro? Have you met these people? You don't even know what, like, bro, you're misrepresenting and misinterpreting their entire argument and then saying that they're terrible people because of what you took out of it.
real therapists, these aren't real counselors, these aren't really helping people. These are
Did they ever claim to be therapists or counselors?
instilling insecurities. And I hate that I'm gonna get a comment section filled with, "I don't know, man, Fresh and Fit really helped me out," or "such and such really helped me out."
So now what you're doing is you're trying to downplay anybody who comes in and disagrees with what you're saying. So if somebody says, hey, I actually have had these results, you're trying to like minimize that and say, oh, before you even say that you did, you're wrong. Like, no, bro, you can't do that. These people have experienced real results. So if they experience real results, why not allow them to share their testimonies?
1 out of a million story for somebody that's probably already on the path doesn't really move me in the direction of saying that this person is a positive person, especially if I am somebody who is already what I deem to be successful, or somebody that I already deem to be somewhat happy or on the path to happiness. Now I have to move my bar even higher because some bull.
So you're upset because somebody's telling you that you're not enough. So what all this boils down to is these people make you feel insecure about yourself. You're starting to feel insecurities based off of the things that he's saying, which means that you're going to have to raise your bar, and you don't want to have to raise your bar. You want to stay where you are. You want to stay lazy. I honestly don't think that that's true. I don't think that you're being genuine. I think that you're saying these things in the same way that the porn star from earlier is saying these things. I think that you know that there's a large group of men who are wanting to be coddled and wanting someone to tell them, oh, it's okay, you don't have to put all the work in. And you're wanting to be that guy that they go to and, oh, bro, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just stay down. What if somebody told you to stop improving on your YouTube channel? What if somebody said, oh, you got 1 subscriber? Well, stay there. Don't grow. Don't learn how to grow on YouTube. Just stay where you were. Where would you be?
On the internet told me that the bar that I originally had doesn't really mean happiness at all. This is no different than what the fashion industry used to do back in the day, like the early 2000s, where they would put those abnormal pictures of the human body up there and call it fashion models and stuff like that, and had a bunch of young ladies insecure about their body. And then we seen a crisis go across America where people were experiencing things like bulimia and anorexia. We couldn't figure out why. Well, we knew why. The people that were advertising in front of them were painting the picture as to what sexy was, what it.
No, because at the end of the day, the people decide what they deem attractive. So if all of the models are super skinny, right, that doesn't make people like skinny people. If the world all decides, which has pretty much happened in recent years, that skinny is not in anymore, and what is in is thick, curvy, big booties, all this stuff like that, if the world comes together collectively and says that that is what's in now, you'll notice a change, and you've noticed the change, right? So you can't blame these big companies for going along with what's popular right now. That's what was popular then, and right now what is popular is thicker women. You're talking about an epidemic of skinny people back in the day, but now that we have a bunch of people saying that it's okay to be 700 pounds, what do we have an epidemic of right now? How many skinny women do we see now? What's the obesity rate? What's the obesity rate right now? What does every country think about Americans? Next time that you meet a British person, Ask them what they think about Americans. See how long it takes them to use the FAT word.
Now we're seeing in real time when the media paints the picture for you that's not realistic. People chase those things to an unhealthy extent. It's happening on the men's side just like it happened on the women's side. A lot of people would say that this content has some sort of place on the internet, and I would probably agree at some point in time. Trust me, I think that a lot of people do need guidance or just opinions that may be able to help their life. I take cooking advice online, take clothing advice online, take financial advice online too, stuff that makes sense within the bounds of what I can control. However, people can only regurgitate these talking points so many times before they have to up the ante like any other one-upping culture. So when FitX Fearless gets people to call into his Instagram, he finds a whole new way to take things to another level.
6 feet, 270 right now.
270?
Well, my numbers are high in the gym.
If you have a child, 12 or older, and you like for them to get into the best university possible,
well, my numbers are high in the gym.
Cares. You just take your shirt off. Let's see what you look like, and then you can put it back on. A bit. Your stomach is hanging past your belly button. Look at your stomach. Let your body go. A bit round. Bro, look at your physique. Bro, your body is pretty bad. Yeah. We got a whole lot of work to do.
People used to praise Kevin Samuels for doing this, and I thought this was the stupidest
Was he wrong? I'm gonna just be so real. It takes a lot of work to be overweight. It does. It takes a lot of work. Your base metabolic rate is how many calories you burn without doing anything. That is already in the thousands. You know what I'm saying? You're already going to burn thousands of calories a day just by doing nothing. If you sit there just sit there and do nothing all day, you're going to burn thousands of calories a day. You have to be eating way more than that to be gaining weight. If you're eating less than that, you're going to lose weight. And if you're eating the same as that, you're going to maintain your weight. You have to be eating and consuming more than what you're already burning if you sit still in order to gain weight. Sitting still, you're burning thousands of calories. And hopefully, most of you are not sitting around and just doing nothing all day. So you're getting up, you're walking around the house, walking to your car, getting in your car, walking to your job, walking around inside your job. Maybe you're in school, walking up and down the hallways, walking around the campus. Bro, you're burning a lot of calories, and that's not even with working out. What if you're hitting the gym? What if you're working out? Like, you're burning thousands of calories a day. In order to surpass that, you have to be trying hard. You have to be consuming a lot in order to gain weight, let alone be this many hundreds of pounds. It's absolutely delusional to sit up here and say that he's wrong about what he's saying. That guy's body did not look good. Nobody who wants to look like that when you can look healthy. Who wants to look like that when you could look attractive? Just like simply put, why not look attractive?
As well. While some of these things may have affected these people's dating lives or how much money they may make, their physical appearance or whatever the case may be, ultimately what I found in my real life is that people have personal issues, mental issues, personality issues that hinder them from dating. A lot of the time, it has nothing to do with the physical attraction. You can find a good person being ugly, but a lot of times these people tend to focus on the physical and the material that a lot of people, men, can produce, and this is where the problem lies.
5'10", how much do you weigh? Uh-oh.
I weigh about,
to what?
Depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat fucker. So you think a 5'10", almost 300-pound dude, how much money you make?
Like,
I'm about 5'10" myself. And if I was 300 pounds, I would, bro, I'm half of that. I'm half of that right now. And keep in mind, that takes into account muscle. That takes into account muscle. Now, I'm not the most ripped, jacked person in the world, but you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of muscle, bro. I do my push-ups. So it's like, if me being 150 right now, at the same height as him, but he's double my weight, he has some work to do.
400 every 2 weeks.
So you make 400 every 2 weeks. So you make 800 a month. You make less than $10,000 a year. Okay.
But how many 20-year-olds was him?
Hold on. Dude, I was a 20-year-old and I was making far more money than that. In the 80s, where minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. So I need to hear it. You got a big dick?
Huh?
You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick.
I mean, the delivery is terrible. Even the idea that the first portion of what they talk about is the physical is also terrible. Somebody may come with a weak argument in my comment section saying, oh, well, you know, Omar, the physical is the first thing that somebody sees. Sounds like that's the only thing they ever talk about, though, is the
But it is, bro. Like, bro, no offense. I mean this in the most respectful way. How many guys want to look like Ohmeezzy? There is a thing called pretty privilege, and I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. The more attractive you are, the more respect you receive. And that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. I've been unattractive before, and I've been attractive before. And I mean, bro, like, yeah, it's not fair. But who cares? Life is not fair. Step it up.
appearance, the physical appearance, the physical appearance. Never anything about how you can contribute to society, have intellectual conversations, are you a kind person, any of the personal things about you that may be able to help you in those regards.
These things are great to have, right? It's great. It's great to have those things. What if you can do all of those things and be attractive, which you can? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Like me, for example, I'm a very smart guy. Growing up, I was always the nerd. I was the Steve Urkel type of guy, right? And I'm still very smart. I can still solve a Rubik's Cube really quickly. I play the piano. I'm very good at school stuff, and I'm very good at electronics and all that stuff. Great, right? Now, I'm also attractive. I also did not have to sacrifice my attractiveness to be those things. I'm still those things. I'm just a more attractive version of myself. You can have both. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Yeah, we're going to focus on the physical thing because that is what we're talking about right now. The same guy who buys the course on how to be more attractive can also go and sign up for Skillshare. This is not sponsored at all. I'm just saying that there's courses for academics. There's courses for your charisma. You can go and check out Charisma on Command. You can go, there's all of these things. You can be a great person. You can be a good person. You can be a nice guy. You can offer things to society. These things are great, right? What is wrong with telling somebody to be attractive, make money, stay in shape? What is wrong with that? The only reason why somebody would have an issue with these things is because they are too lazy to do those things.
Have you building long-lasting, meaningful, and valuable relationships outside of just, hey, I'm physically attractive, you're physically attractive, let's hook up, and end up in these situations that a lot of these rappers, ball players, and all these other people that get taken advantage are in? You know, something more substantial.
If you're making anything under $50,000 a month, you're not a man. I'm sorry, life starts at $50,000 a month. At $50,000 a month, you can afford to do whatever you want. Everything isn't so much about penny pinching, and now you can take care of your family. Let's keep it a buck. The reason why a lot of guys complain about life is so hard and I got this many kids is because you can't afford it. How much government assistance are you getting with that 1 or 2 child that you got, and then you complaining about life is so hard? Yeah, bro, you could have 10 kids if you can afford it. You're just poor. It's okay.
In one instance, he goes from $50,000 a month, which is $600,000 a year, to $10 million a year. This is the grift that I'm talking about. It's one-upping culture on top of one-upping culture. You go
$50,000 a month is a lot of money, and a lot of people are never going to make that much money. I agree. But to say that he's wrong for setting that standard for himself and others who may need that motivation or inspiration is crazy. It's pessimistic. A lot of you guys are very pessimistic. Why kill your own dreams? Why? What does that do for you?
From the looks, the material, and that's all they ever talk about. And then you have men going out there sacrificing their late teens, their early 20s, or even their 30s, where they could be building longing, meaningful, lasting relationships in the pursuit of money. And they go out there and they chase the physical to never really obtain it, because there might be 0.001% of people that make $10 million a year. And then once they never obtain it, they look back and say, man, I did all this for money. Sometimes it was illegal, and I didn't get there and nothing to show for it.
So you're saying there's something wrong with a person developing skills and trying to build money while in their teens and through their 20s when they could be building meaningful relationships. Most of these people, if they were not doing these productive things, they would be doing destructive things. But these people are giving them something else to chase rather than destruction. Experimenting with drugs, for example, or going out and doing dumb things with their friends. That's dumb. We can do that when we're rich. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a goal and sticking to it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with building a skill through your teens and through your 20s. There is absolutely nothing wrong with grinding and trying to make yourself financially stable. This man is sitting here and saying this stuff with a YouTube play button behind him. He can say this because he's making money. This entire time that I've been filming this video, I've had 17 fucking ads. This whole time I've been reacting to this, I've had to cut out 17 ads because he's making AdSense off of the people that he's coddling and saying, hey, yeah, you don't have to be anything. Money doesn't matter. You're saying this into an expensive microphone with a YouTube play button behind you and thousands and thousands of subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views. He's just trying to make you feel better about yourself while he laughs his happy ass to the bank. That's not cool at all. That's not cool at all what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And if anybody's preying on anybody, he's preying on the men that are ready to give up. He's preying on those men. And the coaches that he's referring to are just trying to motivate these men to keep going. And you're sitting here in their ear telling them, oh, just give up. It's okay if you give up. It's okay if you don't do it. It's okay. Bro, that is not cool, bro. And you're profiting off of it. Selling a course and being a coach is not the only way to profit off of somebody. This person is making a YouTube video right now with ads on it saying these things. This person is trying to build a following saying these things. He's scraping up the leftover men who didn't make the cut. He's scraping up the men that are on the verge of giving up and trying to encourage them to fall off and stay weak so that they can stay following him as a leader. That's not cool, bro. It's not cool. He's pretending that what he's saying is actually beneficial when it's detrimental.
Your first 100,000. Guys, being a successful man, part of that is making good money. All right. And this is exactly what you need to do. Number one, you have to first ask yourself, how can you solve people's problems? That's all money comes down to. Solving people's problems. On a larger scale, the more people's problems you can solve, you don't have to ever worry about money. I'm helping you become better with women, become, a higher value guy, doing the self-improvement. I can help men on a larger scale. You need to figure out what you are a master at or what you can become a master at so you can solve people's problems. Then, once you do that,
I've been getting paid every single month
See
just
another
from this
ad.
app on my phone.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
app
Money
is
doesn't matter
called
though, guys.
Audible. It's created by...
Money doesn't matter, guys. Remember that, right? Why would you want to start a business and sell a product? Why would you want to go and chase money? Why would you build a skill through your teens and your 20s, right? And actually grind towards that, right? But he just woke up and knew how to edit videos and how to create videos and the proper microphone to use and the proper camera to use and the proper lighting. He knew all of this stuff. He didn't have to like grind and
you need
do
to
any of
build
that.
authority. You need to give value for the next 2 to 3 years until you build your name up. And by that time, you're making good money.
Man, if I would have known it was that easy, I would have been making good money a long time ago. Look, we've seen...
This nigga's finna piss me off, bro. This nigga's pissing me off, bro. Cause it's so hypocritical.
Time and time again where people go down these rabbit holes chasing this materialistic way of finding success and they ultimately never achieve it. Only to find out in due time that the person...
All these little carpets and shelves and nice things around your little room and stuff, bro. Like bro, come on, man. Come on, man. This nice ass microphone you talking into with the stand. Your nice lighting setup you got up there, bro.
Selling success was really selling a whole lot. I think a lot of the time these people get preyed on because they want to uplift their lives. And I think that in today's society, it's no secret. People do want better. You're always yearning for things that you don't have. The way the economy is set up right now, the way that social media is set up right now, people are always going to yearn for more. But as you grow older, as you mature, you'll realize that you didn't need these superficial things. I hope it's not costing people money to find out these things.
Now, I want you guys to tell me, right? I want you guys to tell me. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I might be completely wrong. You guys might actually show me I'm wrong. But as far as I remember, I don't remember anybody in this video saying that in order to be happy, you need a Lamborghini. In order to be happy, you need to be able to pop out in designer. These people are not saying anything about superficial, materialistic. These people are saying, get your money together and prove yourself as a man, be more attractive, and be more in shape. That is it. And these are superficial, like, bro, come on, bro. This nigga is saying this. These people are just saying to do better, and you're saying, oh man, nah, keep being lazy. Don't raise your bar. Just stay where you at. Did you not raise your bar to become a YouTuber?
For these courses and participating in all these things, especially when there are ways that you can become a better man for free. I think the biggest piece of malarkey and what it takes to be blank, whether it be man or women, is that it can be sold by somebody online as a content creator. I've seen courses and classes about how to become a man, how to become a woman, how to become a better husband, how to become a better wife, and all of them come with inserting credit card numbers, hitting pay, and receiving some sort of ebook that should just be filled with, hey, I got you for your pockets, you dumbass.
He's saying there are ways to do these things for free. There are ways to build a website for free. There's ways to build a following for free. If I have the knowledge and you don't, then you pay me for the knowledge and I give you the knowledge. If I don't want to go to college and learn how to cut hair, I can go to YouTube and learn how to cut hair for free. But if I choose to still go to barber school, then that's my choice. Are we going to say that college is a scam now? There are ways to learn math for free. So does everybody need to just drop out of high school now?
Go to these events, sit in somebody's house that they pay for, and listen to them give superficial advice like, if you wish it, you can want it, you can do it.
Where in this video did any of the people that he named, any of the clips that he showed say anything similar to that?
But honestly, I don't think that you can pay for fulfillment. There is no cheat code to life. And honestly, it's crazy that everybody understands that when it applies to everything else, but when it applies to themselves, they never get that message.
And this goes back to what I said in my video about Jacked and Stacked, right? The problem here is you are looking for a cheat code. When you sign up for these courses, when you look at these people, you're looking for the secret, the cheat code, the cut the line pass, to the millionaire overnight cheat code, the get rich quick scheme. That's what you're looking for. But that's not what they're selling. They're selling you a coach. Nobody is saying that they're selling you a magic button that makes you instantly rich. If I go to the gym and I hire a personal trainer or somebody to coach me, none of these people are offering me a magic button that automatically makes me jacked. That's not what they're selling me. They're selling me the service of somebody who's going to train me to get where I want to be. That's it. They're selling me the strategy, the blueprint, and the mentorship. That's it. Stop looking for a cheat code and maybe you won't be disappointed.
There is no shortcut. It's hard work, it's sacrifice, it's coming to better conclusions on a day-to-day basis based off of your past actions, and it's not repeating cycles. Everything else that they're trying to pitch you and sell you online is just gobbledygook. And hopefully we can get to a place in a space where men are not as gullible as to where they're buying things from people who you're just funding by buying some weak-ass course. God, it's the scummiest shit in the world.
The thing that I find scummier than that is a guy who's preying on men who are about to give up on themselves and encouraging them to do so.